Hi, this is Calandra. In this video, we're going to talk about finding the intercepts of functions. The x-intercept is the point that a graph crosses the x-axis. To find the x-intercepts of a graph, we set y equal to 0 and solve for x. Similarly, the y-intercept is the point that a graph crosses the y-axis. To find the y-intercepts of a graph, you'll set x equal to 0 and solve for y. So we've seen these definitions before. The thing that's new is applying it to a problem that looks like this. So in this example, we have the graph of y equals 2x squared minus 9x minus 5 is shown below. Find the coordinates of its x and y intercepts. So let's start off with the x-intercepts. So I see that I have two x-intercepts. I don't have any labels on my axes, no tick marks, so that's not going to help me figure out what those values are. So this is where we're going to use our equation. So to find the x-intercept, I know that means I need to set y equal to 0. So we'll have 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Okay, now to solve this equation, we can do it a number of ways. We can try to factor it, or you can use quadratic formula. So I am going to use the quadratic formula. So since we already have 0 on one side, I just need to identify my a, which is 2, my b is negative 9, and my c is negative 5. So quadratic formula tells me that my x is going to equal the opposite of b, so that means that will become a positive 9, plus or minus the square root of b squared. Negative 9 times negative 9 is a positive 81, minus 4 times a times c is negative 10, all divided by 2 times a, which is 2, so that's 4. So now we need to simplify 9 plus or minus the square root. We do our multiplication first. Negative 4 times negative 10 is 40, plus 81 gives me 121 as my radicand, all over 4. 121 is a perfect square. Its square root is equal to 11. Okay, so now I just need to write my two cases. So 9 plus 11 over 4, which is 20 divided by 4, or 5. And we also have 9 minus 11 over 4, which will be a negative 2 over 4, or a negative 1/2. Okay, so these are my two x-intercepts. But since we're talking in terms of a graph, let's label them as coordinates. So clearly, the one on the left has to be my negative 1/2. So that point would be negative 1/2, comma 0. And my positive x-intercept would be 5, comma 0. Okay, well now let's go to our y-intercept, which is usually much easier to find. The y-intercept, we're just substituting 0 in place of x. So if we were using function notation, that means we would be finding f of 0. So we just have 2 times 0 squared minus 9 times 0 minus 5, which just leaves us with negative 5. So my y-intercept is negative 5, which must correspond to this point here. And my coordinates would be 0, comma, negative 5.